We've been hard at work over the past 3 weeks completely destroying and rebuilding the Lego city and everything from scratch. And I mean everything. From the roads, which have been very tedious to redo, but we wanted to make sure we did them right, to moving all of the buildings and relocating them to their new homes, to even building this crazy intersection which we did a YouTube short about.
It may look odd at first, but it actually makes a lot of sense. For example, if you're driving from the south on the 2-lane road, then you can simply continue driving straight and merge onto the 4-lane road, and we even included a little merge sign. And if you're driving from the 4-lane road, you can simply continue straight to the 2-lane road.
There's also a little median area for pedestrians for when they're crossing the street.
The city has changed a lot from where we were just a month ago when it was a more linear layout. Even though we liked the layout, we knew there was a better way. And today we're going to show you for the first time the new downtown core area. But before we do, make sure you stick around to the end because we're also going to discuss the new airport area as well. So guys, as you can see, there have been a ton of changes and we have literally been working day and night on updating the city and the new layout. On top of that, we've also been doing a ton of shorter videos on all of our socials, and we've been launching new products like a cheaper Prime delivery truck, new airport ambulance, and a bunch of new shops and restaurants. Needless to say, we've been busy. And if you're not subscribed yet, you're going to want to because we have a ton of new updates still to come. So let's discuss the new downtown core area where a majority of our skyscrapers are now going to be, and the bulk of our work over the past week has been. As you can see, it's a nice range in height. We actually really love how this turned out because it looks really nice in person. It really looks like a real city. If only you guys could see it. We shifted most of the taller buildings to the back road, finished most of the road work in the downtown core, although we still have to finalize some of the sidewalks and smaller details, kind of like the trees and the signs and all that stuff. Those will come soon. We also started laying out this new area down here, which is where we're basically calling it the Beach Town. This is where Skyloft and a couple other new buildings are going to go. Most of them are going to be in the mid to low height. But you can see we created a new area at the bottom for the Starbucks seating, new palm trees, and we're just adding a bunch of new details to the city. The overall plan for this area is to actually keep Skyloft there, but to probably get rid of this modular. We're probably going to move it to a new area. We may move Loft 77, and then there's actually some new area back here where we're going to do some mid-rise buildings, so you'll be able to see them just behind. But again, this is going to be kind of, the end of the downtown area, which is going to be more of like a beach town feel once we're all said and done. We will likely keep Brick Bank and the Marriott back here though, and maybe another one right here, although we'll probably shift over Brick Bank and then put in a skyscraper in between. But as I was mentioning, this actually creates a really nice angled kind of slope on both sides for having the downtown core and the tallest area in the middle, followed by mid-rise and low-rise to this side, mid-rise and some high-rise over here, and then kind of our South Beach area, which will be down here. And so what's going on down here? Well, a couple things. Over here, we're probably going to add the diner, the modular, because I think it's going to fit in really well with kind of that, Miami/South Beach feel that we have going on down here. And again, excuse the mess. We just literally have nowhere else to put it. So right now we're kind of just staging stuff as we go along. You can kind of see we have like a pile of cars back here. But anyway, we're going to fill in more buildings right here. Over here, which is where Skyloft was in the last video, which was just a placeholder. The plan for back here is to extend the hospital, and we already have the parts on the way. We already have the design done, but essentially it's going to allow for emergency vehicles to go in. So it'll be a nice little extension right there, and it'll really feel like a true hospital in the back. Down through here, we have our bank building in the back. We may shift it one way or another to create one more spot for a skyscraper. Not sure yet. As you can see, there's a little bit of a buffer over here, and then there's definitely some space over there. So we could make some room, but haven't decided what to do with that yet. We're still working on some of the road work down through here. The Hilton is getting filled out and starting to come together just like it was in the old city. And then down through here, this is where the lanes merge to go straight. So we may add some white stickers to make it more of a merge, but haven't decided yet. Now, after the downtown area is finished, we're gonna start reworking on the beach area. And we're probably going to change it quite a bit. I don't know if we're going to reuse the old beach or if we're just going to completely redo it, because the problem is some of it doesn't really line up with the new layout. As you can see, the stairs are a little bit off from where the street is. So I think in the end, we're probably going to redo all of it, which is going to be a huge and daunting task, but I think it makes the most sense just to do it right. So stay tuned for future videos, and we'll probably have an update about the beach in a little bit. As you can see, some of the old parts of the beach are down here, and some skeletons of the old city you can see are still out down here, which we're working on incorporating. Which leads me to the next topic. So we now have this huge area, which is cluttered right now because we're literally going through stuff and moving everything around. But as you can see, it is quite large. If you compare it to the downtown core area, you can see it's actually a really big space. And so what we're gonna do is all of this is gonna be moved out. The beach is gonna be rebuilt that way. And it's basically gonna bridge into the new airport area. So we're gonna move over our massive custom Lego airport and rebuild it into this area and extend it, make it even bigger, and hopefully add a runway, which is gonna be just awesome to see. This will be one of the last phases. The focus for the next probably week or two is getting this area finalized, as well as adding, minifigures back to the streets and a lot of the other city details that need to be added back. But we are definitely excited for what's to come over here. So stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed because it's gonna be awesome. Once all that's finished and the airport's moved, we're then gonna have this brand new area over here. And we're not announcing what we're putting over here yet, but it's gonna be pretty sweet. So stay tuned because we'll be announcing that as well. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. As you can see, we're making a lot of progress and we're hard at work. Stay tuned for the next episode, which should come out next week, as well as some updates on our TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. But thanks again for watching today's video, and we'll be sure to see you next time.